Plenty of stuff downstairs, yeah. I got extra tables set up too.
Well, we might get them back here. You think we get a place to go? Well, they're advertising.
We got normal spaghetti.
I'm gonna think this. Gonna think this is a topic.
Yeah.
I'm getting them white beans, cactus, coleslaw.
This was special for the fried catfish.
Everybody likes grits. I'm a worker. I'm at 99. Don't like grits. Catfish looks great.
All right. We will go ahead and get started. Thank you all once again for being here and supporting your club. Here's our agenda tonight. So we'll do the welcome, our election results, our 2025 financials, and we will adjourn the official annual meeting and get right into the presentation of 2026 and what's in store for us, member reports, all that good stuff. And then at the end, we will have a Q&A. So if you don't mind, please just save your questions until the end. And when you have a question, we are streaming live. So if you don't mind, there's a mic behind Mr. Wallace there. If you could just go to the mic and ask your question so everyone in the audience can hear. Okay. Well, thanks again for everybody being here. We will get straight into it. And I will turn it over to our newly board elected president for 2026, Mr. Marty Luter.
All right, thanks everybody for coming tonight. Thanks, Thomas. And for those of you who don't know me, my name's Marty Luter. I am the newly elected president by the board, so I'll serve till next year's annual meeting. I've been a member for 30 years this year, so I've seen several things throughout my 30 years. I haven't been a member as long as some folks have, but appreciate the opportunity to serve the club, and I'll do the best job I can to serve the club and protect the club's interests and do the right thing. So I wanted to let you guys know that. But first order of business at our meeting is to call it to order. So I'm going to call the meeting to order. And the first order is our election results of our directors. So I'm going to ask Jay Simpson to stand wherever Jay is.
We have a quorum, and they've all been approved.
So we have a quorum present, or by proxy, and all the directors on the slate have been approved. Congratulations. So our new directors are Shane McFarland, Ben Blake, Mike Terry, and Mark Levinsky. And after this meeting, guys, we'll convene for about a 10-minute board meeting in the bride's room over there. So please join me over there for a little quick meeting after this meeting. All right. So that's the first order of business. The next order of business is our financials, and we had a 1-hour meeting on the financials prior to this meeting, going through them in detail. So if you want to see that meeting, it was recorded and it's been live streamed, and I'm told it's already been uploaded to to our website. So YouTube. So you got to have a password or something to get into that, or
It was uploading when we started.
okay. All right. So that's out there for those to view if they want to. So I'm going to kind of go quickly through the through the slides that I went through at that meeting. But just to tell everyone that didn't attend that meeting, we are going to send out the slide deck for the annual meeting. We're also going to send out the slide deck for the financial discussion. And if you want a copy of our reviewed financial statements that were completed, we'll send you those as well. So everything is available to you from that perspective. And from a financial standpoint, each month we prepare a balance sheet, an income statement, and a cash flow statement. And any member that wants to have a copy of those statements on a monthly basis is welcome to have them. They're ready they'll be ready after the third Wednesday of the month. That's when the board's going to meet, so you can get them on the third Tuesday of the month. If you want a copy of the monthly financial statements, go to the office, see Thomas or Caroline, and they will get them for you. Okay? So I'm going to go quickly. I'm going to give you just these highlights, and if you've got interest in watching the YouTube with all the details, please do so. And if there are any questions, let me know. But this is a summary of our financials this year for 2025. So our total assets are $12.7 million. Total debt $3,024,000. Our membership equity $6.9 million. We had an operating loss this year of $714,000. But we had excess of revenues over expenditures of $371,000, which is our net income. That includes assessments and new initiation fees. So that's how we got to a $371,000 income number. We ended up the year with cash of roughly $233,000. So since we've gone through a lot of these items, I want to just kind of go to my summary here. For the year, from a 2025 financial perspective, we finished the golf course. In the fourth quarter, we spent what we thought we were going to spend on it, roughly $7.75 million, a little bit more than what was expected in 2024, but only a 3.5% variance. So we feel like we did a really good job there. Our debt, we thought we were going to end up with about $2 million worth of debt on the golf course, and we ended up with $1.36 million there. We continue to add club members, and Thomas is going to go through, he'll have a list of those and go through our membership numbers here with you shortly. So, continue to add members up to the day we opened the golf course. So that was really good. Some negatives though, our operating expenses outpaced our operating revenue more than normal in 2025. Club utilization was down. The golf course was closed. Food and beverage underperformed the first 3 quarters, made some changes, and we made a little comeback there in the last quarter of the year. So, all in all, real positive, for the club. I mean, we've got a lot of good things going here, and, looking forward to the future there on that. So, that's kind of a highlight of the financials, and like I said, all these presentations will be sent to you. The YouTube video is out there for you to take a look at an in-depth discussion that we had, about 45 minutes or so. And if there's any questions, please feel free to come up and check with us. Glad to talk about any of this. So the next order of business, I don't think there's any other business to come before the club at this point from an annual meeting perspective. So I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
I got a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, we're going to get into our general manager report, and I'm going to turn it over to Thomas Campbell to go through all the departments, and I think he's going to have some assistance from our department heads. So Thomas, take it away.
All right, thank you, and we'll get right into it. We'll talk about some 2025 items, and then talk about the future in 2026. So right into leadership and management. So our 2025 Board of Directors with Corey Gardner, President, Keith Clary, Vice President, Marty Luter, Treasurer, Mike Summers, Secretary, Ben Murphy, Wade Hayes, George Lynn, Alan Bender, Joni Daniel, Butch Jones, Dick Martin, and Anthony Wright. That's your 2025 board. On to 2025 committees. I did not include golf or green committee. They will have their back at it in 2026. I did not include them on here, but our golf course renovation team with Mr. Robert Whitaker, Kim Pitts, Tim White, Danny Wallace, Garrett Hallway, and Mike Wilcox. The additional contributors to that were Gardner, Marty Luter, Shane McFarland, Dickie Heathcott, D. Jernigan, Alan Holt, Scott McGoy, and Matt Rigo. Our membership committee, chaired by Mr. Keith Clary, with Kim Pitts, Joe Pitts, George Lynn, Drew Warren, Jay Simpson, Rutger Collier, Stuart Fowler, Chaz Denton, Dare Mature, and Robbie Nellums. With House, chaired by Mr. Mike Summers, Joni Daniel, Marilyn Tenpenny, Wade Hayes, Andy Azell, Bill Jones, Butch Jones, Kristen Welch, and Wynn Lynn. Nominating, chaired by Corey Gardner, with D. Jernigan, Garth Bentley, James Adcock, Dickie Heathcott, and Robert Whitaker. Those are our committees. All these members spent a lot of time volunteering, so we appreciate all their hard work for sure. And now with the management of our departments, and I also put the years associated with the amount of time they've spent here at Stones River. Pretty cool, especially that first one there with Lorinda with tennis, 33 years, so quite an accomplishment for Lorinda. That's great. Our membership director, Caroline Shea, Superintendent Robert Kuhn, myself, our facilities manager, Saul, Ryan, Director of Events, Valerie, Food and Beverage, and Assistant General Manager, Thomas Lottie. Our new head pro is Skylar Cochran, and our new executive chef is Donald Curtis. So we're very, very excited about all of our department heads and what they're going to do to continue to push us in the right direction and meet our members' needs. Also, I wanted to include on here our really your, as members, holiday contribution to the staff, which was $47,000, which was split amongst all the employees. So we're very, very grateful and appreciative of that. Right into our membership report. So on the right here, that is our in total at the end of 2024. So we can see at 477 members and 362 in golfing. Then moving over to 2025, our total is down 3 at 474, but our golfing membership is up to 368. And that is a product of our next slide, which we added 14 regular golfing members, which is great, considering we did not have a golf course for about 10 and a half months. So it's a testament to people committing to the club and expecting great things from us. Also with Clubhouse and Social, so 19 total new members added in 2025. This next page, although small, it has been communicated all to members just to have kind of a centralized area to look at all recurring fees and biannually, annual, all of our fees associated. That's also on our website as well if you want to take a look at that. The member initiation fee, as we see, our regular membership right now is at $42,000. That speaks a lot to who we've become as a club. We have members paying that to be associated with Stones River Country Club. I think it's a great way to show what direction we're going with that. And then the rest of those fees are just when and the price associated with those fees. I want to go back to our member survey that we conducted back in the summer of 25. So we had close to 300 members participate in that. That includes dependents as well for about a 41% response rate. So our overall member satisfaction is high at 90%. However, we want to, as department heads, do significantly more than just normal satisfaction. We want to be in these top 2 boxes here, which is very satisfied and extremely satisfied, and as you can see there, we're lacking there. We're at 39%. We are dedicated to improve that dramatically over the next year and want to get that up significantly. Again, this was in the middle of summer of 25 with no golf course, but the areas for the most improvement at that time, and these are areas that are not in the 4 to 5 range on the top 2 boxes, but our facilities, the membership really spoke about our facilities were lacking and in need of improvement, whether functionally or just modernizing or all the things associated with some dated amenities. And then our dining and social events were severely lacking, and I believe in our last quarter, fourth quarter, we've done some significant things to address those and improve those, and we'll continue in 26, as TL will address later in the presentation, excuse me, to continue to improve those things and exceed expectation, not just be satisfied with them. That gets us right into talking about 2026 and beyond. And the first part of that is our club master plan. So this, I should preface all this, there is no official company that's been contracted for this. However, we have reached out and gotten bids for multiple companies to assist with this plan that we have. Part of our financial discussion we had earlier, there were questions about how and when are we doing this to the tennis court or that to the clubhouse. I have full conviction that to do those things properly, that we need a proper master plan. And again, I put bullet points of the importance of that, but ultimately this is a member-run club, and it'll go through many steps to get to that plan, whether it's long-term planning or board or committees, and ultimately up to the members here. But what it does, this master plan, we completed the golf course renovation, which most would agree is our main asset of why we have members joining. And this would essentially bring us up to date with our other clubhouse amenities to keep us up to date. It aligns the entire club, not just golf, as I mentioned. It creates a unified vision, so we're all kind of see what we're planning and doing and can accomplish those things. The noted items that I put: clubhouse, bar, fitness, pool, tennis, and then it matches our golf course. Go back to that. So we've taken great steps in the last 18 months to get our golf course to where it is, and I believe our next step is to have the rest of our amenities catch up to that. Again, I mentioned it's member driven ultimately, but this could happen over the next 5 to 10 years to space it out. I think a really big key one here is it prevents reactive projects and one-off fixes. So we won't just be throwing sums of money to fix a quick little problem. It'll have more of our total plan in mind of what we want to accomplish. And then it'll allow us to better plan with capital and reserves of how those funds will be raised. And then the added benefit of continuing to attract new members that we had and retain those members. But ultimately, that's something I know myself and the board feel strongly about, and hope we can accomplish that for all of our members. Speaking of our greatest asset at the time, we will get right into our golf course up here with Robert.
All right, I will try to keep this brief, but I know all of us are ready for warm weather again and green grass. We have a new toy to play with, and I know y'all are eager to get back out there. This has been a rather unusual long cold snap that we've had. This is the longest we've ever had to cover greens. But we did briefly uncover them yesterday for a little bit, let the rain get into them. They all looked healthy and good still. We covered them back up this morning. It looks like the plan was Friday, may push into Sunday with Saturday night slows dipping down again, but we are very eager to get back out there, start mowing, fertilizing, getting this thing as mature as we can. There will be one sort of plugging project to kind of update on y'all with the Tahoma that we grassed our tees, fairways, approaches, very aggressive Bermuda grass. We've had a little bit of contamination on some of the new greens, so we are going to attack that quickly and plug that out to prevent any future issues. We will have to take some plugs off the putting green. They will match the playing surface out on the golf course. They have an established root system. It'll be the least disruptive of play. And then once we finish that, we will respray, resod whatever we have stolen from the putting green. That'll be the first thing you'll notice. We'll probably start that process in mid-March once we get through all the cold weather. We'll plug this thing. We'll be very scientific about it. We'll make sure we'll disrupt play as little as possible. We'll continue, like I said, fertilize any weak areas. We've got a couple truckloads worth of Tahoma sod in the budget. If we have any areas that come out this winter, then we can always resod. We've got lots of fertilizer and chemicals built into the budget for this year to get this golf course up and primed for perfected playing surfaces. As Bergen said when we were opening the golf course, at the end of 25, if we could get to a 6 out of 10 level of play, maybe by the end of this year, hopefully we can get to like an 8 to 9 out of 10, and then by the end of 27, that should be when we see really kind of the full potential of what this golf course can be. Along that line, the native areas, they will be a 3 to 4 year process before they're what they're supposed to be. The bunkers still need a little bit of settling. Some people have complained we've got a little bit of soft bunkers. We're working on watering and tamping and getting those down. Once we get into the growing season and we do nightly irrigation, that will mitigate that for the most part. So we can have good, consistent bunkers. But yeah, that's really all I've got. That's kind of the update of where we're going. We're just eager to get back out there and see some green grass and sling some fertilizer and get this golf course dialed into where we expect it and want it to be.
All right, we will go to our next department, which is our golf operation with Skylar Cochran.
How's it going, everybody? Well, for those of y'all that have not yet met, I'm Skylar. I'm the new head golf professional. I'm super excited to be here. Super excited for my first golf season here at Stones River. There's a lot to be excited about. As Robert mentioned, it's kind of hard to believe that the golf season is right around the corner, but it's almost here. We have a full slate of events this year. If you've been following along with the emails that I've been sending out, sorry in advance because I know I've been sending out a bunch, but we do have 2 events that are currently open for registration. Those are the Polar Bear Scramble, that's our first event of the year, taking place at the end of this month. It's on the 21st, and the Summer Member Guest Lottery sign-up. Both of those are available right now in the golf shop, so if you haven't been by in a minute, come by, see us, and sign up. We have a lot planned for 2026, a lot of returning events, a lot of fan favorites, but we also have a brand new event that I will touch on. Kind of going back to the emails I've been sending out, if you have not seen the tournament booklet, that did go out at the beginning of this month, and it has information over every golf event that's coming up. One of the big changes is the Summer Member Guest. If you look up on the slide, you will see that there's no senior division this year in the Summer Member Guest. What we've decided to do instead is to create a brand new event that we think is going to be a huge hit. That is going to be a senior member guest that will be taking place at the end of September and the 1st of October. That's for all male golfers over the age of 55. We think it's going to keep the field competitive, playing from a proper set of tees. And just to briefly go over the format, again, it is in that packet, but it is a brand new format to Stones River. It is a 2-day ringer. We've kind of floated this by the couple of committees, and there's been a lot of excitement around this format so far. Essentially what it is you and your partner, you work together over 2 days to create one 18-hole score. So for those of y'all who don't love pressure, after day one, all 18 scores are banked. So you can only get better. So each day you'll go out, attack the golf course from a different mindset, maybe be a little bit more aggressive. And it should keep everybody kind of in contention, keep competition high, and I'm pretty confident this will be a fan favorite going forward. One more new thing that we have this year, a little picture that you see on the left side of the screen. Some of y'all are probably familiar with this, but we are going to be using Golf Genius just a little bit more this year. So we have preloaded every event for 2026 into Golf Genius. What you'll be able to do is if you download the app, type in that code SRCC 2026, you'll be able to see every golf event that we have this year. We're really trying to over-communicate, really give you all as much info that we can give you so that everybody is well informed of stuff coming up, when registration opens, where you stand in the River Cup race, tournament formats, all that stuff can be found on this directory, and I think it's going to be a huge hit. This is not replacing the in-person signups. I know some people love the in-person signups, we love seeing you in the golf shop, so this is just another option. So if you're sitting at home late at night and want to see what the format is for the fall member guest, you can go on there and check it out. So if you haven't downloaded that app, I would encourage you to do that. Type in that code, play around. There's a lot of really good, useful information on that. Another thing that's going on is the golf shop sale. We decided to push that into February through the 15th of February, since January was such a lousy weather month. So if you haven't been by the golf shop recently, we are kind of making some room for some new gear that will be coming any day now. But everything in the golf shop except for balls and gloves is 10% above wholesale cost. You can't beat it. So come see us, come do a little shopping, and we're also, I'll plug this too, now's kind of the time to get your grips done before tournament season. So if you need a new set of grips, I'll give you that same 10% above wholesale cost, and we'll throw them on for you. But come see us in the golf shop. Sign you up, boom. Boom, I got another, can I get a third? Can I get a third? Boom! But no, we miss seeing y'all. I know I have really enjoyed getting to know everybody here so far. I'm looking forward to getting to know you even better, and to everything that's coming in 2026. We appreciate the investment you all made in this golf course, and we plan to really elevate every experience that you have out here with events, daily play, team prizes, all that good stuff. So that's all I have. Looking forward to a great 2026 season.
All right, thank you, Skylar. And then we will move directly into food and beverage with Mr. Thomas T.L. Lottie.
Thank you all for showing up this evening, and I really want to say thank you to everybody that participated in all of the events that we had last year. Some of them were fantastic, some of them needed work. So what we've done is we've kept the ones that worked really well, and we went back to the drawing board on some of the ones that did not go so well. So we've got a fairly robust event calendar for everyone this year, and we're very much looking forward to it. Back in October, when the push came to shove, we provided a very diverse menu for everybody, and the feedback from that was fantastic. So having said that, all of the menus are going to be changing quarterly, or seasonally, rather. So the menu that we currently have is going to be not fully redone, but it will have a lot of spring-inspired items on those. We're going to start incorporating a lot more healthier items that isn't just deep-fried and all of those fun things that taste really good. As you've all seen, the culinary team has really stepped up and added a lot of value to what we have. Pasta night, for example, downstairs tonight. Don's got additional salads in the salad bar. He's got tiramisu on the desserts. There's, of course, pizza is back by popular demand. So we're just going to continue to grow and add value to everything that we can, and not change the pricing if we don't need to change the pricing. We do intend to add more to brunch and add $5 to it. Some of those items that are going to be added will be smoked salmon and shrimp cocktail. We're looking at changing that as we get closer to March when the menus do change. So if anyone's got any feedback, that something that they would love to see, or something that might be a menu item in the springtime, please don't hesitate. You know, I'm here for it. I'll listen and I'll write it down and see what we can do for it. But some of the other fun things that we have coming up will be, like we've got fried chicken night. And that's going to start kind of a series of things on Thursdays throughout every month. Gotta have some fun with the healthy, right? So February we start with the fried chicken night, then we have a burger night, there's an Asian night, there'll be a Thai night, a sushi night. And those are all on Thursdays, kind of in conjunction with if there's the grapes and golf thing happening on Thursday evening. We're just going to keep pushing for you guys so you have something to come do at the club. Some of the other things, like Songwriter Night, for example. We've got one at the end of this month, a lovely young lady from Nashville, Emmy nominated. Her name is Risa. I don't have her last name on the tip of my tongue, but we're looking forward to another great series of having songwriter nights. You know, as the weather gets better, we'll have those outside. The one for this month is probably going to be inside. The Bourbon Bluegrass and Barbecue was a great hit. We're hoping that we can do that outside this year and not try and cram everybody in the dining room when it's 1 million degrees outside. Seafood boil and a fish fry, both of those, you know, the seafood boil was fantastic. We're going to replicate that again, make it better, and then a fish fry that we'll do sometime in the summer as well. And of course, with the pool, we'll have the live grill out there on Fridays and Saturdays. From time to time, we'll pop up a grill on the cart pad for everybody. So we want you to play golf. We want you to have a good time. So if anybody ever thinks of something that they'd like to see, specials, different menu items, please don't hesitate. Let me know. I'd be more than happy to write it down and table it with everybody and see what we can do to make it happen. I really appreciate all of you and the support you've given me and the support you give the staff. It's huge. Thank you.
All right, before we get to the Q&A, I do think it's important to acknowledge that we as a club have asked a lot of members. We've increased the dues, we've assessed in this past year. We understand that, and as management, department heads, and staff, we've had lengthy conversations to understand that, and it's a key thing moving forward that we exceed those expectations that you have as members, and we look forward to a great 2026. As TL mentioned, if there's ever anything we can do for you, we never want to say no, and we might not be able to say yes directly, but we will be able to accommodate in some capacity. We want to be able to do that for all of our members and our guests. So thank you all again for being a part of the club, and we look forward to a great 2026 and beyond. I'll open it up to any questions that we have. We do have a mic over here for our viewers. Or you can scream one of the.
I didn't understand. Are we gonna be able to play Friday? I didn't understand.
As of right now, it's not looking good. We'll make an official decision tomorrow morning.
Good question. Anything else? Any other questions?
One comment.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your leadership in a difficult year. We appreciate
Yep.
it.
Thank you. Any other questions? I'd encourage everyone to take a look at the video of the financial meeting. It's very in-depth and covers all the things and much more, with many slides of what's going on and how we prepared for 2026. I have great confidence in us meeting those numbers and being very financially responsible for the club this year. Oh, and board members, make sure you please stick around for a quick little meeting in the bride's room. Anything else?
Thank you all again, and we will
Yeah.
see you soon.